To Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, the moon and teach well, who taught us this truth. This is your brother Yahawah from the JMS Atlanta camp. Today's video is going to be a historical reference that Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi is only working with his elect. He is only working with his true servants. And that is shown through the Spirit working in his servants, okay? Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9 says that there's nothing new under the sun, man. This has always been how the Most High operates. The elder apostle goes into it. The elder apostle Kabar, he goes into it consistently, and he says that there will always be more false prophets than there will be true prophets, man. And so I was reading 1 Kings 18 this morning, and then I just couldn't help but to see the parallels of what happened back then is the same thing that's going on today. So I got a couple scriptures highlighted, and then I got some precepts pulled. So hopefully this is edifying, so that as we see these other camps going off, we already saw what happened with Sakari, and now the Most High is showing that he's not dealing with these other Israelite camps, man. He's only dealing with his servants, the prophets, man. Only those that have the 100% truth, all right? So let's go ahead and get 1 Kings 18 and 24. It says, now, just for context here, we have the prophet Elijah, who calls on the other prophets, false prophets, in the land of Israel. And he's basically saying, okay, we're going to offer up a sacrifice, and whichever sacrifice is accepted by the Most High, then you will know, which God is the true power. And that's exactly what's going on here. A lot of these camps are offering unworthy sacrifices. It doesn't matter whether they do their videos. It doesn't matter whether they go to other continents to try to, preach the word. Well, in their case, they're flying across continents just to preach a falsehood. Their sacrifice isn't being accepted, and it will not be accepted because they have not been sent. All right, and so this is what the prophet Elijah tells those false prophets, and that's exactly what is going on today too. It says, "And call ye on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of Yahawah. And the God that answers by fire, let him be God." And all the people answered and said, "It is well spoken." And so you have these camps, that they're not calling on the correct name. You have these other camps that are saying we don't have the name, but the scripture in Isaiah 19 says that he would restore unto us that language, right? In 5 cities it shall be spoken, the language of Canaan, right? Which is going back to the Paleo. So scripture prophecy says that we would get the name, man. And that's exactly what's going on today. These other camps are calling on false names, all right? Or they're not even calling on the name, man. The name is Yahawah the Father, Yahawashi the Son. All right? And that's the same thing going on today. Sirach 17 verse 10. "And the elect shall praise his holy name," man. See, these other prophets, man, they're calling on idols, all right? And the reason that they're calling on idols is because it's not being given to them. I mean, really, that's really what it's coming down to. The Most High is not dealing with you, because at this point, with tools such as the Blue Letter, with videos by the elder apostles, but videos of any brother, I'm gonna say that because I get edified when I watch videos of other brothers too, man. But what I'm trying to say here is that at this point in the game, if you're not calling upon the right name, it's because the Most High is not dealing with you, man. All right, because as we just got that precept, the elect shall praise his holy name. So that tells us that we would get the name, and that the elect will call upon that name. Very simple. Let's skip down to verse 26. I'm trying to make this short. It says, "And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal from morning even until noon, saying, O Baal, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any that answered, and they leaped upon the altar which was made, man. So, what do we see today? We see these camps, setting up these false doctrines, and then what do they have to do? They have to walk it back. IUIC, has changed their stance in the MOTB, and now they're changing their stance on the hell doctrine. They changed their stance with the Cornelius doctrine, right? And so, what are they doing? They're coming up with, you have to come up with another lie to cover up the first lie that you told, man. And why is that? Because they're calling upon a false idol. Here they were calling upon Baal, but now they're calling upon Christ most blessed. That's not his name. That's a title. His name is Yahawashi. And now they're going crazy, man. They leaped upon the altar. And that's exactly what Sakari did, man. He fucking went nuts. He went live. He started crying, and then he walked it back. And the Most High is going to do the same thing with all these other false prophets, man. If you're not calling upon the right name, if you're not preaching the 100% truth, man, it's going to be too late. Because pretty soon it's coming to a time where the Most High is going to show himself to the world, man. All right? And then at that point, it's going to be too late. Proverbs 15:29, the Most High, Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous, man. And who are, first and foremost, we know that the wicked is Esau, Edom, but these Israelites that are leading the flock astray, those are wicked Israelites too, man. Let's not get it twisted. We know who the wicked is, but man, our people are also wicked. And when that time comes, when that fire comes down, right, as the scripture is going to get into, when that fire comes down, which is going to be through those ICBMs, when that fire comes down, there ain't going to be no more praying, man. All your idolizing of Baal, Jesus, or Yahweh, all this, man, the Most High is not going to hear you, man. And even now, we don't know this, man, but hey, once you go too far past, man, you are a reprobate. What's that word in Titus 3? Let's get that word, Titus 3. What's the word that I'm looking for? For we ourselves, which being justified, avoid right here, a heretic, a man that is a heretic after the first and second admonition reject, and these camps have been admonished, man. How many videos have the elders put up? Because we know that pride sometimes comes in the way. Maybe they may not want to listen to a video by a younger brother, but so you have the elder apostles making videos telling you that you're going off, and you still don't want to hear it. Well, at that point you become a heretic, man. All right, the Most High is not dealing with these people. Let's continue on, verse 27. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked him and said, cry aloud, for he is a god. Either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is in a journey, or peradventure he sleepeth and must be awaked. And you know what? I got that highlighted because that, people get upset at the Israelites. Oh, well, if you do have the 100% truth, why do you have to be so, rude? Well, that's part of prophecy, first and foremost. This is Isaiah 28, verse 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people. And when you go into that word stammering, let's get that. That word is la'ag. And that word is mocking, a mocker. So with mocking lips, it says, to talk as a buffoon, also a foreigner, mocker, stammering. This is prophecy. Elijah mocked those prophets, man. And we are mocking them today, by showing the fallacies in their doctrine, man. And, also we are also mocking because we were once in that darkness, man. And so we mock that BS because we've now come out of it, man. All right? We were once in the Christian church. We were once voting, praying for America, praying for Israel. I mean, and we understand, and we've repented, and so we mock that stuff, but we don't, we don't just mock it on a carnal level. We mock it through the scriptures. Okay, well then, if those small hats are the people, then why isn't there peace? Elijah mocked it, man. And so for those people that are coming against this word because, oh well, y'all are just mean. No, man. Elijah mocked the false prophets, and that's what we're doing today, man. The Most High is not dealing with these false prophets. Verse 30. And Elijah said unto all the people, come near unto me. And all the people came near unto him, and he repaired the altar of the Most High, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, that was broken down. And that's what's going on today. This is who the Most High, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, is dealing with. He is dealing with the people that have been gathered. All right, and that gathering came from the tribe of Judah. Matter of fact, let's get Malachi verse 4. 5 through 6. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Most High, Yahawashi, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to the fathers, lest I come. And that lines up beautifully with what Elijah is saying here. And who is Elijah? Through the Spirit, we understand that Elijah was Abba Bibbins. All right? And Elijah said unto all the people, he gathered, right, through the tribe of Judah, right? Through the tribe of Judah, the gathering of the people came, and this was a prophecy that had to be fulfilled before the fire came down, man. Elijah gathered his people, and he repaired the altar of the Most High, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, that was broken down. And that's what's going on today. This is Isaiah 19, verse 19. In that day shall there be an altar to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Most High, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. This is that altar, the gathering of the saints. The gathering of the saints that are speaking the 100% truth is the same gathering that we are seeing here. All right? Elijah called the people unto him, and furthermore it says, and he repaired the altar of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, that was broken down. And brothers know where I'm going, because that's exactly what's going on today. Amos 9 verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. The tabernacle of David, which is a representation of the elect, that's being built up today, man. See, all these things have to come together. All these things have to, because the scripture says none shall want her mate. These scriptures have to come together before that fire comes down, man. All right? Let's go back here. It says right here. It says, and Elijah took 12 stones according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, but unto whom the word of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. And now here we start to see, again, prophecy. Ezekiel 36, well, no, where's that at? Ezekiel 37, 16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions, and take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. The tribes are coming together just like Elijah did in the ancient times. The same thing happened here. Abba Bibbins showed up, showed us who Judah was, and then High Priest Ariah, he came up with the 12 tribes, man. The gathering of the saints, man. All right, and this is how you know that the Most High is dealing with his prophets, and he's not dealing with anybody else, man. And also, this is how you know that the Most High is not dealing with these Christians, because that fire, as we are about to read, that fire didn't come down until the 12 stones were put together. That fire didn't come down until Israel got put back together, man. And that's why the Christian church ain't, the Most High is not dealing with these Christian churches, man. Because they aren't those 12 stones, man, and they will never be. All right, as much as they try to replace it by saying, "Oh, we're, his chosen people, they went off, so now we get the goodness." No, keep wishing, man. Verse 32. And with the stones he built an altar in the name of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, and he made a trench about the altar as great as would contain 2 measures of seed. We already got that precept. All right, the altar being built in Egypt, which is America. All right, and we can link up America being Egypt with Revelation 7 verse 8. Let's jump down to verse 36. And it came to pass at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, so everything had to fall in line. The 12 stones got together. The Israelites gathered together. The most Elijah called upon the name. All things had to come together. That Elijah the prophet came near and said, Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, God of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel, nobody else, let it be known this day that thou art the Most High in Israel. Okay? In Israel, all right? And that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word, man. All right? Now, I got another precept here, which is Revelation 7, because, at the time of the evening sacrifice, see, when all these things come together, man, that's when that fire is going to come down, man. And the fire that I'm alluding to is those ICBMs, right? Because we know that what the scriptures are going to go into is that, Elijah's sacrifice gets accepted and the Most High sends fire. Well, that's what's going to happen here. The offering is the elect being sealed, all right? And that's why, we can come back here and read this. It says, and it came to pass at the time of the offering. Well, what's the offering? What needs to happen for this fire to be sent down? Revelation 7 verse 3, saying, heard not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads, of our power in their foreheads, man. All right, and who is that our? Who is that possessiveness? Well, we just read that, of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, that thou art the power, that thou art the Most High in Israel. Okay? Verse 37, hear me, O Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, hear me, that this people may know that thou art the Most High, Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, and that thou hast turned their heart back again. Verse 39, and when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces, and they said, the Most High, Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, he is the power. The Most High, Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, he is the God. And that's what's going to happen, man. That's what's going to happen. These people will only acknowledge that that Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi is the power when that fire comes down. Because, I kind of jumped it right here. But basically it says right here, verse 38, then the fire of Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice and the wood and the stones and the dust and licked up the water that was in the trench, man. And that fire's coming back down again. The Most High has a sacrifice in Basra. All right? Isaiah 63 goes into it, man. That fire's coming down, and it isn't until that fire comes down that they give glory unto Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi. And that's prophecy, Ezekiel 36:23. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them, and the heathen shall know that I am the Most High, Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, saith the Lord, Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. And we are being sanctified because the truth is coming out from us. Prophecy is coming out from us, starting with the elders and the apostles. But even more so, Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi is going to be sanctified when that fire comes down, man. When that fathership shows up, right? Isaiah 4:1 goes into it, man. All right? Says that, furthermore says that I will make a man more valuable than the gold of Ophir, man. And all of this, again, all of this can only be done through men that are preaching the 100% truth, that are singing the correct song, singing the correct tune. All right? This can't come through anyone else. Romans 10 verse 15, and how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. Oh, well, there you have it right there, peace. But, you just said America's going to be destroyed. Gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good. Yeah, peace can only come when this bastard is taken out. Esau, Edom, man. Right? I bring this up quite often, but that's why the apostles asked Yahawashi, will thou now restore the kingdom? Why? Because the restoration of a kingdom means that there has to be a downfall of the other kingdom. The gospel of peace is peace for the Israelites, and peace for the Israelites is going to mean peace on earth, because there ain't going to be no more war, and that's how you know that those people aren't the people over there, because there will be peace on this land, and bring glad tidings of good things, and those good things are what? Psalms 2 goes into it. Ask of me, and I shall give you the heathen for thine inheritance. But the point here is this. The Most High, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, is not dealing with these other camps. He's only dealing with prophets that have been sent. It doesn't matter what these other camps may, whether they do food drives, whether they march 25 miles in some city. It doesn't matter. The Most High is not accepting their offering. The Most High is only accepting the offering of the prophets that have been sent. And those prophets that have been sent are calling upon the right name. And the prophets that have been sent are prophesying the downfall of this place, and fire shall be sent down. Hope this has been edifying. Until the next one, shalom.